Hey guys, how are ya? It's Devin. It's Monday. And I wanted to something on the screen right there. I wanted to talk to you guys about the post that I put up today or yesterday about objections, because that's kind of a big one. And a lot of times it's easier for me to just talk about it than to actually try to write a novel about handling a lot of those objections. But if you're getting objections, that is completely normal. And usually it's the money one, or it's not a good time right now. That's typically what I hear. I have found within the last few months that I get less objections when I really, really focus on why they are interested and why they were wanting to do this and why they responded to me in the first place. Usually, probably a lot of last year, I'd ask, well, why are you interested? What are your goals? What are you wanting to achieve? And I'd get my answer. I'd be like, great, this is blah, 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 all about the programs. And sometimes it would just be, I want to lose weight. Great, I got my why. Let's move on to the next thing, the next step. But if I just get, I want to lose weight, or I want to, be consistent, I don't know. I have been going back a lot. And even if they ask in that first question, well, how much does this cost? I don't answer that question right away. I want to make sure that they see the value in what you are offering them, not only in the programs and the nutrition, but in your time, because your time is extremely valuable and they need to understand that. So a lot of times I will go back and say, well, before I get into all those details, let me hear a little bit about you. Why do you want to lose weight? Do you have some events coming up? Do you, trying to shed the baby weight? I want to hear more about their goals. I want to hear, after I hear their goals and I ask about, what have you done before? What do you like to do? Really open up that back and forth conversation, because a lot of times it's really easy to get their why and then go straight into telling them all about the programs in the group. But the more you stay on that step one, and I know we talk about it all the time, but the more you stay there and understand about those customers and where they're coming from, the more you'll be able to handle those objections. And a lot of times those objections aren't going to come up. Or it might be, I really want to do this. I don't have the money right now, but I'll have it soon. And then they'll come back to me. Or if they say it's not a good time right now, I go back and ask them, well, it sounds like you have some goals that you want to achieve. I want to help you achieve them. When would be a good time to get in contact with you again? But the more I stay on that step one, and you can tell from right off, if they're just giving you off-the-cuff answers, they're probably not going to sign up. But if they write you a novel back about what they're trying to achieve, and then you maybe even probe a little more on that, a lot of times, that money question just doesn't even come up. Or if it does, you have put it in their perspective as to why and how this is going to help them. It's not just going to a gym every day. This is, you have a daily support from a coach. You have daily support from a group of women that really, truly care about each other. You have a schedule out in front of you that just tells you what to do. You have nutrition that's going to help you eat cleaner, that's going to help you stop those cravings. Tell them how it's helped you, but don't go to you until you know a lot about them. That is something I've changed the past few months and been extremely customer focused. And it's worked out really well. So that's my best advice to helping overcome those objections. And if you still get the money and you still get the not a good time, you have to wait for it to be right for them. They're going to still be thinking about it. They're going to still see you sharing your progress and your posting. And they'll come back when its time is right. Or ask them when would be a good time to circle back with you. A lot of times I've gotten March, April, and then I'll put them on my list for March and April. And then sometimes they're ready, sometimes they're not. And that's okay, because they have to be ready. So that's kind of my advice on handling objections. The more you can just learn about them in step two and really keep going back and what they like to do and what they're trying to accomplish and what their home situation. I mean, there's so many factors that go into making a buying decision and teaming up with you to join that group. But the more you can understand the customer and where they're coming from, the more success you'll have with that. And again, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone with some of this and Ask them when a good time would be. Go back to their goals. Will you mention this? I'd really like to help you with that when the time is right. There's a lot of patience involved with this, but the more people that you talk to, it's a numbers game. The more people that you talk to, the more people you can go back to later. So you have to have a positive mindset about it, that these programs do work. The groups are the difference. They really are, and you're the difference. You really caring about them. So you have to make sure that is communicated well. So sorry, this got a little lengthy, but I hope that helps. There's no cut and dry answer. All I know is I started getting a lot less of those objections when I started really focusing on their why, what they've done in the past, what worked, what didn't work, what they like to do, all those different things. So hopefully that helps. Y'all are doing great, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.